emotionally and professionally to go through therapy, to tackle your own issues, and then you'll be able to go in as a therapist and have that additional insight and intuitive ability and compassion and empathy in a way with your clients that maybe someone who didn't have those issues can do.
Thank you. Gosh, I don't know if I answered this one. But how do you keep up to date with ethical procedures or
Well, you
remain competent in your
you have to have
new
at
research?
least the 3 hours of ethics training every year, and you just need to keep, stay connected. It's good to stay electronically connected to your different state licensures boards, organization, or Facebook pages, or things like that, where you can get notifications of any changes and or anything that's been happening in the field. So
Okay. I think just about covered everything. Do it once over. Okay, so my last question for you is just gonna be, any, is there anything that you feel would be helpful to me as a graduate student and to any of my classmates, just to know, about the field of study, regardless to the specific,
are you, so you're primarily online, correct?
Yeah.
How do you do your, like, in this is a group assignment, how is that conducted?
We do video, so we work on Zoom a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's kind of like Skype,
Okay.
but you're allowed to record and do a number of different things, and you can chat in boxes. And we practice counseling skills, and we have to set our cameras so that we can, actually show what we're doing with our body posture, and we have to make sure that we're engaging our clients as if we were in a setting where we were in the same room. So we practice a lot that way, and then our residencies play a big part in how we learn how to interact with clients, and we practice a lot there.
Are there any students that are local to you, where you are?
No, not. I have someone that's like in Pensacola, Florida. That's probably the closest I know of right now.
Connectedness during your program, I think, is very helpful. I think it's great that there are more online opportunities, but I wouldn't trade my face-to-face experience of being in the MFT program for anything. I mean, you just have, I don't know, but I see that as kind of the wave of the future. So I would suggest reaching out to maybe local figuring out if there are some other students, they may not be at your university, but if there are other students in the area that are plugged in to some other kind of local or online therapy setting. I don't know how you could go about that, but getting the word out. So maybe you could start a group here, to just learn from each other face to face, have face time with people in your area to bounce ideas off and to talk about your program and the struggles of being a student, because those are things that aren't necessarily going to come out in your structured environment and assignments. Those are things that you have in a classroom in between, on breaks, if you're in a traditional classroom, on breaks, after a class or before a class, that you just don't have. Okay. And because it's hard to be a student. It's hard to be a student in a counseling program. There's so many demands, not just academically, but emotionally. And do you work as well?
Not right now.
Okay.
This is, I have 3 kids and I'm doing this master's program.
So you have 3 kids? Okay, so you do work.
Well,
okay. So you
stop.
You need.
How do you? Camera stop.
So if you could figure out a way to actually meet people that are doing the very things that you're doing, I think it would add to your experience.
Okay.
And you won't feel maybe as isolated.
Yeah, I do feel that way a lot sometimes, and I'm pretty connected with some of my classmates because we do our role play counseling, and we tend to use like real issues and try to get them on a lower level so that we can practice and be genuine. But I don't know. I guess you can only be so close.
Yeah, and those are just assignments. I'm not talking about where you can just be real.
Make some, and that, I feel like yeah, we are really real with each other, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, I feel like I hold back a lot. I feel like they don't, my classmates, but I've always kind of been that person that will, I'm a little bit more reluctant to.
Me too.
share.
I'm more introverted and stuff. That's why I think it'd probably be worse for me to do online, because that would just
I was terrified of it because I always said I am an in-seat learner. I need that face-to-face and all of that. But I was forced to come here to Alabama after my last pregnancy. I had a really high risk pregnancy, and I just wasn't able to do how I normally function and able to go to class and everything. So I took my last 4 courses online after we moved from Colorado, and it worked out pretty good. So I said, I really wanted to stay with my school because I absolutely love there, and the curriculum was all the same online. I took it like you go to class to have that in-seat experience, but you take all of it home online because all of it is still online anyway. So it wasn't a big difference in how that happened. And once I came here, I wasn't finding any schools that really fit the criteria that I was looking for. So I wanted to stick with school, and at first they told me I couldn't go because I was an Alabama resident.
Oh wow!
So after a year, and I had planned on taking a year off anyway after I graduated with my bachelor's. After a year, I had my MAC counselor just call me back out of the blue on a sick day. I was at home in bed, and she called me and she said, I know you were interested in our program, and if you're still interested, you can go to CCU now. And I was just like ecstatic. So
That's
I
great.
felt like it was really God just working it out for me to be able to do it, and
That's great.
I'm loving it right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, I loved my graduate program. I mean, it was challenging at times, and a lot of papers.
Oh yeah.
Things like that. But it was very rewarding and enriching. So
yeah.
Well, you know where I am. You know how to reach me. So you don't have to let this be it. I'm
Okay.
certainly a contact person in the area. I'm happy to help in any way that I can help. So
Thank you.